look like having an impact on the game. But just at the moment, St Kilda were just in control, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the Geelong are getting the footy, but just not looking like really threatening in their forward 50.
One of the key stats looking into the game was Geelong so devastating when they get their opposition to commit a turnover, get the scoreboard pressure and scoreboard attacks. St Kilda, conversely, are the best at actually defending their own turnovers.
Gee, Peake's kick didn't have a lot on it, but it did finally get to Dempster. Then back to Peake. Decision-making so important here. He decides to go long and high to a contest. Blake, Ablett, this is a good situation now for Geelong. Ablett shrugs a man off. Johnson from 50. It goes to full forward. Fisher's been very good. Bartel hasn't quite got hold of it. Fisher, Bartel, Goddard. Ball not coming out.
Thank you.
Often used to say to players, when you're watching the television screen, you want more of your jumpers in the screen. And St Kilda all night seem to have more jumpers close to the contest where they need to be.
Gamble looking for a free. Hacked out. Gardner off the ground. Didn't get it very far. Little handball by Schneider. Dal Santo and Bartel.
States the obvious. You need a goal. Look for players like Selwood. Bartel's in around Burns. Is that currently unmanned? Milne covering both Selwood and Burns at the moment.
So Bartel third man up. That is Selwood. Was he legged? I think he was.
Jumping by the leg. Hey, let me do it. Thanks. Here it is. Adam, back a metre.
Has he got the length? He's going to have to kick it 50 plus.
You wouldn't think so, would you?
Distinctly different styles here. All the St Kilda forwards right in amongst into their defensive half at the moment. Just trying to get that outnumber.
Podsiadly to Varco. Great tackle. Dempster got it back. That tackle from Geary was a beauty. And then Goddard's kick. Stanley and Lonigan back to Enright. To Mackie to load up. 70 metres out. Torpedo punt. They need a mark. Gardner belts it through from behind. They get within 3 kicks, but it's a good result again for the Saints.
One of the things that Geelong just do well week after week is actually mark the ball inside 50. That ability to find players inside 50 with a bit of space. But not tonight. They just can't find a target in there. The longer the game's gone on, the more it's happened. But St Kilda's defensive structure's been really good.
I think they average 18 marks inside 50, number one in the competition, the Cats.
And St Kilda only concede 10 of those. So it's I mean, it's been, I guess...
defence first attack.
It has. It's been spoken about all week. Conditions probably play into the hands of the more defensive side.
Irresistible force against the immovable object a bit, isn't it? Cats.
Well, there's an old adage that offence sells memberships and defence wins premierships. Cats have been pretty good at defence over the time too.
They're number 3 in defence this year, number 1 in attack. And no guessing who's number 1 in defence again this year. The team they're playing tonight. Johnson forward, Gilbert underneath, Mooney and Podsiadly crashing in hard.
Thank you.
Probably that ability to defend in the air that Geelong back group means sort of reading the ball off the boot a little bit. That's probably got them into trouble now because there's the ground level forward Schneider and Stevens have just used that space. Got on the end of half a dozen.
Hayes getting it out only as far as Hunt. That's Taylor Hunt now. Mackie. This flank they attacked pretty well in the second quarter, the Cats, didn't they? Johnson tries to look it back. Dempster did very, very well on hands and knees. Good result. Schneider's kick's a beauty. Well, Jack Stephen, they'll be talking about him in the morning. It's his 4th game. He's 3rd this year. He played 1 last year against Carlton. He played against the Western Bulldogs earlier this year in round 6 and then Carlton in round 7. Back in tonight.
Move it on.
In many ways, he's been a match winner because he kicked the goals when they needed someone to find them in that 3rd quarter. Gilbert's kick, good mark. Taylor.
Yeah, Schneider early and Stephen in the 3rd quarter. Those half a dozen goals, or there's 7 goals between them, have just been incredibly important, haven't they?
Ling did well there. Selwood's handball. Under pressure, gets it back in heavy traffic. Brilliant to Mackie. Mackie's kick, it's a chance. No.
What was good about that from a Geelong point of view is they took some chances. They flicked the ball around. Not necessarily pretty, but at least made the St Kilda players and the defenders try to anticipate where the ball was going to go. And put some unpredictability in it, which in a strange sort of way makes it predictable for the Geelong forwards.
And again, it was Selwood creating one just through his effort. McWalter. Well, we haven't had a goal scored in the final term, and the Cats need 3.
And when was the last time Geelong didn't score a goal in the second half, Mac? I'll give you about 30 seconds and you'll know it by then.
What was the question, Lee?
How long since Geelong haven't scored a goal in the second half?
Well, I'll give you that answer in a minute.
Okay.
I was just thinking, I'll tell you what I was thinking a moment ago. Jones forward, free kick.
He's actually 2001 round 22 against the Blues.
Oh, there you go. Tom's got all the... Here's McAvoy. I was thinking of the Western Bulldogs and St Kilda that night when the Saints were in this position.
Yeah.
Seemingly no chance at all late, but McAvoy's kick wide. Mackie cuts it off. No, that wasn't a damp ground and heavy going, was it? Out wide again. But it was very low scoring, and it was against the flow. Milburn to Hunt. Backs himself. Taylor Hunt. Oh, terrible kick. Under pressure. Lonergan and McAvoy. Ling has to go and search for it against the flow. Back to young Hunt. To Selwood. Well, that looked high again, but he took Peake on, and Peake did a good job. Again, Selwood trying to belt the ball out.
This is when Geelong were coming out of the back flank there. They wanted to go through the centre square, but Brett Peake had dropped off into space. He was right in the middle of the centre square. So St Kilda, I think, have been really adept at not allowing Geelong to attack through there.
Great shot at the two champs there. Scarlett and Ablett sitting it out.
Mooney in the background, some big games. Perhaps they're just big game players, I should say. Giving them a bit of a rest, spark them up for this last 5 minutes. Certainly not out of it. Just need to get the turnover, get it in, get it quick, and have another shot at it.
Well, one goal to the Cats makes all the difference. They've just got to find that goal.
Yep.
We know that any goal to St Kilda makes it all over. Montagna looked up. Well, this would be fitting.
And I think really St Kilda have actually looked like scoring more than Geelong are when they go forward, and that sort of just emphasised that totally.
Bartell's in great pain here.
The thumb or wrist or arm.
Well, Stephen Milne lines up and misses from about 35 to 40 metres out.
It's going to be the stop plays, the set plays, the best chance for Geelong. They've got a point to kick in here. They've got to attack the ball. We see Bartell here.
Oh, gee. That might be nasty.
Yeah, that looks nasty.
So he's off for Ablett. Have they got a roll of the dice left? Doubtful, isn't it? Gardner's mark. It's been good again tonight, Gardner.
Yeah, he has been.
Start of the game well, handled the wet conditions exceptionally well for a big man.
Who's won the midfield battle, Lee, do you reckon? I mean, Selwood's had so much, but collectively the Saints have been good, haven't they?
Well, they have been. I mean, I think the tackling pressure of St Kilda, it's not something in the ball winning. It hasn't been that much difference between the sides, but I think particularly in this second half, St Kilda's defensive pressure to really lay the tackle.
Defensive structure, I tell you, Lee. They've just had that gridlock from half back.
Gardner floats it to 20 metres. Blake decides to belt. It's effective. Johnson in the back half. Saints are like that. Milburn. Selwood, very short. Stokes. Burns. Promising build-up through the centre. Selwood had to fetch it a bit. Wide to Gamble. Might need to take one right now. Didn't. Kicked the ball short. Geary kept his feet. Gilbert fends off. Great tackle by Gamble. Geary, well done to Blake. They've answered all the questions, haven't they? McWalter to Peake. High ball to centre wing. Milne setting himself. Lonergan at the back. Didn't take the mark. Handball to Hunt. To Ablett. To Wajinski. He can run and carry. Decides to go very long. One-on-one. Milburn getting down there with Fisher. Grilton Burns. See, they play well in the back half. They've been terrific. Fisher. Del Santo, Montagna. Milne almost with him in right. The 244s, and off the ground Montagna, Blake, Schneider, and it'll be a ball up.
What do you take out of the game, Lee?
Oh, I think we take out of the game even double underline that St Kilda is still going to be Geelong's main challenger. Get Rewald back fit and well. It's like we finished last year, two really good sides.
Straight to him. Thanks, Cam. Where you are?
So Hayes, another very good game.
Yours.
Enright work to the front. Wojcinski. Oh, fumble. McWalter. Schneider's kick 4, low, not quite coming back.
You know, the other good thing it does, I think it breathes life into the competition. It just looks so much like Geelong just had too much wherewithal to who was going to be able to challenge them. Obviously, Hawthorn got up there in 2008 and beat them. St Kilda were right on them last year. So St Kilda was certainly going to be up there.
They won by 6 goals tonight. It'll be more about who's second best for the rest of the season until the finals.
Well, St Kilda didn't need to win tonight to really challenge for the flag, but I think from that sort of mental side, and Brendan Goddard spoke during the week about how much the loss in the last year's grand final hurt. Some of those players have dug really deep tonight, and they'll put this one in the bank, no doubt about it.
I think the other thing, they've played 3 times in the last 2 years, and all of them, I mean,
been real contests. I mean, yes, St Kilda looked like they might get home, but they've been terrific contests. 2 really good teams.
And you just, well, going into this match, Lee, in the last 37 matches over those 2 years, both these teams have won 31 and lost 6.
And now Geelong still haven't scored a goal in the second half.
Well, they've scored 3.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Tom gave the stat 2001. They've scored 3 points in the second half. You've got to go back to 1956 since they've scored such a small amount on the scoreboard in the second half of a footy game.
Yeah.
That was when the Olympics were here in Melbourne. I mean, they've still got a minute to do something, but a bit unlikely the way things have been going. Burns to Stokes, and then Stokes short. A good chance here to do something on the board at least. Milburn stopping, propping, uncertain. Wants Burns, gets him, drops the mark. Well, 1956 is looking better and better suddenly. Honestly, Lee, at half-time when they led 6-7 to 4-3...
You didn't see this coming, did you? No. No doubt about that. I mean, they weren't a long way ahead, but St Kilda just didn't look like they had any avenues to goal. But, Steve, one player bobbed up, 3 loose balls, 3 goals. That's been the game.
So Schneider. Back he goes to Geary. Short to McAvoy. So short inside the 50, Jack Stephen. Well, he's been a revelation tonight. Montagna, maybe to finish the match off in terms of the Saints. Milner try and run on. He did. He's gone. Ball up.
He knew what he tried to do, but he just slipped, didn't he?
Free kick to you.
Oh, it's a free kick against Josh Hunt for verbal abuse. And Milne runs on and kicks the goal. Well, there's been a bit of a theme tonight, hasn't it? I mean, the 50 metres, the back chatting.
Yeah. Opportunity, which is about 2 or 3 steps, okay? He's still got to have a prior opportunity. Yeah, I know, but he's still got to have a prior opportunity.
Let's have a look at this. He tried to play on. Yeah, normally he's going to get pinged for that, but I'm quite happy. I like the ball play getting leniency, so I'm very happy with that umpiring decision.
Well, Brad Johnson's good, Lee. He said 10 goals would be a winning score. Actually, 7 would have been, but that's exactly where the Saints have got to. What a remarkable night, a revealing night at the MCG. And the season takes a big turn when the Saints win by 4 goals against the Cats. So final scores on the big game on Friday night. St Kilda over Geelong, 10-10-70.